Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Did It Work? My name's Nina, and today I'm going to be doing a cheesy guacamole from Ayesha Curry's book, The Seasoned Life. This is on page 91 for those that want to cook along with me. I have never made a guacamole before. I've eaten it, love to eat it, but I've never made it. So this is the first. And tonight is my girls' night with the Wine Divas, and I am bringing guacamole. So they're going to be kind of my test subjects. So right now, this is calling for 4 ripe avocados, which I have. And as you can see, I've already have them. And I am now de-pitting them by just taking my knife and pushing, twisting, and popping out that pit. So after I do that, and I'm going to start scoring it all the way down to the bottom. This is just going to make me happen to break it up once I put it in the bowl a whole lot easier. And you know me, I'm all about easy. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them so I can do all of this at once. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you about the Wine Divas. Oh my gosh. These are a group of ladies that have been a godsend for me since I've been in California. They're the first group of ladies that I met when I moved to California back in late October. And the story is funny how I met them because I met them on an airplane. Yes. I was flying home to sign the papers for the sale of my house back in Kansas City, Missouri. And I had a layover in Phoenix, Arizona. And so I'm on the airplane. I'm asleep because that's what I do when I fly. And we land in Arizona. And I start talking to these two ladies that are sitting next to me. We're at near the back of the plane and we're waiting to get off. Come to find out, she lives a mile away from me. Oh, wow, that's amazing. I'm like, what's the coincidence that is going to happen? And I told them I just moved there. I'm unfamiliar about anything there because at that point I'd only been there for a month. And they're just like, you don't know anyone? And I said, I've got my 2 cousins here, and they get me out quite a bit. And so I do get out. I said, other than that, no, it's just me. And she's like, oh, no. We have a group. We get together every month called the Wine Divas, and you're more than welcome. I'm like, great. I'm excited because these ladies, Linda and Shannon, were so friendly. And so we exchanged numbers. But I'm going to tell you, in the back of my head, I thought, these women are not about to call me this random person that they met on an airplane. And lo and behold, they did. They did. And they invited me to their first, not my first outing, not their first outing. And I met them and it was amazing. I was like, wow. And ever since then, every month I've been meeting with them, and I actually meet with them sometimes when it's not a Wine Diva night and it's me and just a few of the other girls that will get together. Okay, so in the cookbook, it says to cut the avocados in half, remove the pit, and then scoop the avocado meat into a medium bowl. So this is what I'm going to do is now scoop this avocado meat into a medium bowl, and you can see my bowl right there. You see how easily that scooped out? That is because I have a ripe avocado. I stick it in there, roll around, and dump. And that's all I do. Back to my story. So today is a meeting with the Wine Divas, and we're meeting at Shelly's house. I've never been there. I've met her, but I've never been to her house. And we're having burrito bowls, and we all kind of pitch in and bring stuff. And so today I'm bringing, of course, the guacamole, and I thought I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can bring the guacamole and I can shoot a video. So that is what I am doing. All right, so I have all of the meat of the avocados into my medium bowl, and now I'm going to mash with a spoon or a potato masher. So these are ripe enough that I'm doing okay with a spoon, but it's taking me quite a while, so I'm going to go to the potato masher. So had that on standby just in case, and I probably needed a bigger bowl. Let me get a bigger bowl. Okay, so I've got a bigger bowl, so I guess mine was small. This is more of a medium bowl, and I'm going to mash them. to break up the chunks. You're going to mash this to your liking. If you like a more chunky guacamole, don't mash it all the way up. If you like it more smooth, mash it up a little bit more. Kind of going a little bit in between because I kind of like both. So I'm happy with my texture. See this texture? Smooth, but yet has a little bit of texture. So I'm good. Next step of ingredients says to add the cheese, and this is Havarti cheese, the finely minced red onion, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, and I did use fresh garlic, and 3 tablespoons of lime juice that I freshly squeezed. I'm going to mix until nearly smooth. Nearly smooth, but if you'd like to have a little bit of texture in yours, then it's fine. Add a few pinches of salt and pepper to season the guacamole as you go along. Don't be shy. You will need at least 1 teaspoon of each to coax out the avocado flavor. All right, so let's go ahead and get the salt and pepper and do that. Here's my salt and pepper. First thing I'm going to do is taste it, because you never want to really start seasoning stuff unless you already know what it tastes like. Pretty good flavor, but it does need seasoning. So I'm starting with a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to mix, and I'm going to, of course, repeat and taste again to see where I'm at. I will be back and let you know exactly how many of these I put in. Okay, I've had to taste this like 2 or 3 times. I put half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. This has plenty of salt in it for me. I'm going to call it a day. This is absolutely wonderful. And the very last step is to garnish the guacamole with the cilantro and serve immediately. Well, it's not going to get served immediately, but I did garnish it with my cilantro. I did not mix the cilantro in, and I'm not going to, because 1, it said garnish. 2, some people don't like cilantro. Cilantro is one of those things that to some people, it tastes like soap. It is not to me. If there's somebody there that doesn't like it, they can go under it and get some without the cilantro. Another thing that I would actually add in here is tomatoes, because I really like tomatoes. I was very skeptical of this because of the cheese, because I've never had cheese in my guacamole, especially I've never had Havarti cheese because I've never heard of it. But this is really good. The red onion, I am not a raw onion person either. It brings the perfect, I don't know, tanginess to it that complements this completely. I only made 1 batch. I think I'm about to make me a second batch because this is so good that I alone could eat half this bowl on chips and dip.
So we're trying Nina's guacamole with Havarti cheese.
Yes.
So here goes.
Our first, and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And it smells delicious.
So this is Shelly and Avis, part of the Wine Divas that I was talking about earlier.
I'm like, we're gonna eat all of this before anybody else gets here.
We have a second bowl.
Oh my God, that's good. That is so good.
You like it?
Fabulous.
Have you had it with the cheese before?
I've never had it with cheese in it. Ever.
That's what I said when I was doing my tasting. I've never had it with cheese in it, which is why I brought the second one in case it was a mega fail. I was like, I have one without cheese.
I was tempted
to
double dip, but I didn't.
It is delicious.
You like?
Oh yes. Perfect amount of garlic.
You tasted the garlic! Yay!
Yes, ma'am. I taste the lime,
Yes.
the cheese, cilantro is perfect.
Everything is really good.
Wonderful. I am so glad you liked it.
2 thumbs up.
2
Thank
thumbs
you,
work. Yay!
Nina.
And we'll be off since the phone is ringing. So, did it work? Yes, it did. Ayesha Curry's cheesy guacamole was a hit. I loved it. So, I hope you try this. As always, cook with your soul, love with your heart. My name's Nina. Until next time, like, subscribe, and share. Bye.